right, Swamp Pass underway. That's a Savannah for Hank. And 2 black mana now for John. We saw this deck. Excuse me. We saw this deck that John is playing in previous rounds. It does have some scam stuff going on. Here's Collective Brutality. Cycling Lorien revealed in response is Hank. All right, finds Tundra. Hand is revealed. Double Swords, Leyline Binding, Taiga, Brainstorm, and Ponder.
I'll take Oblivion. It's supposed to be only.
Okay, I'll take a Swords. No ring.
All right, a Swords to Plowshares has been chosen by Collective Brutality. Has to be an instant or sorcery, I believe. Yeah. And passing the turn did not escalate. Plays a Tundra. Are we cantripping here? Nope, pass the turn.
I'll play a Swamp. And I'll pass.
All right, so a slow start. Just passing the turn.
Yep.
All right, being careful with Bowmaster as a possibility. Here's a Ponder for Hank. Saw Wasteland in there, not very good at the moment. This might be a shuffle. Let's see. Oh, there's a fetch land in there, which Hank might want. All right, takes the fetch land. Can shuffle the rest away. Plays the Misty Rainforest. Pass. All right, a long sigh from John here, trying to figure out what the hell to do. We know Hank has Leyline Binding and Swords of Plowshares in hand, so that could be good against a possible Troll of Khazad-dûm or Archon of Cruelty or whatever, even Bowmaster.
Lake of the Dead.
Okay, Lake of the Dead, let's do it. Let's go.
I'll add another black.
Oh, are we about to Grave Titan here? I mean, we know Hank has removal, but it's still fun. Making some mana. Grief. All right, we're griefing. 2 mana floating.
What does it do again? It's like sack discard.
Oh, yeah. So it comes to play, sacrifice a Swamp. Taps for.
AT36, thank you for the sub. Appreciate that. Grief is on the stack. 2 mana floating. Yeah, slam that follow button, people. Slam it. See, Hank has a Force of Negation. All right, Cracking Misty. It's Volcanic Island, okay. So 4 basic land types in the battlefield now for Hank. So Leyline Binding costs 2, I believe. Alright, gonna brainstorm in response to grief and no Bowmaster in response. Hank probably correctly reading that Bowmaster wasn't flashed in last turn, so it could be safe. And yeah. Brainstorm resolves. Maybe gonna try and protect some tools here against grief. We know that John could do the scam thing. So now the hand is revealed. Ponder, Mystic Sanctuary, Snow Island, Swords to Plowshares, double Leyline Binding. So there are 2 Leyline Bindings now. They do cost 2. So you can't cast it right now. This is a hard cast, grief, by the way.
I will take.
No evoke.
I'll take one of the leyline bindings.
But we could see more discard spells get fired off here. Or some scamming.
Two.
Entomb. Uh-oh. Gristlebrand in the yard. Yeah, swords is left in hand, so maybe no scamming, but the possibility of like Thoughtseize or I don't know. Now Gristlebrand's in the graveyard though, so we might see Gristlebrand do its thing. Animate dead, targeting Gristlebrand. Alright, Hank seems thrilled about the situation. Animate dead will resolve, Gristlebrand is in play. Activating Gristlebrand now, and Hank is saying pause for a moment, I might respond. Burnt Flapjack, thanks for the sub with Prime. Appreciate it. Free membership to 90s MTG with Amazon Prime? Seems like a good deal. Over on our Twitch channel.
Yeah, it's like
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Alright, so no response. Draw 7. John is at 13.
I will draw 7. 6.
yeah, go for it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Alright, so John is at 6. The phone on the table has not been updated yet, but drew 14 just now. Burnt Flapjack says, hello from Spain. Love the content on YouTube, so I decided to say hi, even if the time zone isn't the best for live. Thank you, Burnt Flapjack. Love Spain, and hello from New York. Oh no, it's that boy Scooter. Thank you for the sub with Prime. A disturbing lack of pox. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. The metagame and the spreadsheets. It's not looking good for pox, folks. Unmask on the stack, pitching in Tomb. Swords on Gristlebrand in response.
And then I will choose.
Unmask can either take Leyline Binding or Ponder. It's going to take Ponder.
Okay.
This is quite a turn. Successfully shredded Hank's hand that turn. I would say, leaving just Leyline Binding. Hank knows the top 2 cards of the deck. Discarding a whole bunch of crap is John for hand size. I think there was an Archon in there. Plays Island, passes the turn. Couldn't Mystic Sanctuary without 3 islands on the board yet. Attacking for 3. With Grief. Hype Train is close. I've been alerted by Twitch just now. About a minute left on that.
12. 2, 6, Titan.
Grave Titan. Hard casting it. Alright, so Leyline Binding. It still gets to make his zombies, so adds 4 power to the board for John.
It's still not. Yeah.
Grave Titan, everybody. Are you excited? Doesn't seem like Twitch chat is excited.
Sanctuary. Yep.
Mystic Sanctuary. Why don't I have foil duels? Yeah. All right, we have some respect for John's token game in the chat. Mystic Sanctuary is on the stack. Hank thinking about what to choose. Maybe Brainstorm. Could try to set up Terminus, I guess. Lorien revealed. Okay. Lorien revealed goes back on top. Hank's going to have to tap out for that.
Swamp.
All right, another swamp. That adds some more mana. Some more food, I should say, for Lake of the Dead. Attacking for 7. That puts Hank down to 9. Thoughtseize. Force of Negation fired off on Thoughtseize.
Do you have how many cards left?
1 card left in Hank's hand. Nuclear says, if I ever make my way to New York to play in one of these events, will I be slandered for my RK Post tokens? No. So RK Post makes art for Magic the Gathering, so they're legal. They're legal. Bowmaster in response to Lorien revealed. Ouch. That gets the scoop from Hank. Luminaxis says, finally catching it live once more after watching YouTube vids on my lunch break. Thanks for feeding my love of Legacy. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Without all of you here, it's kind of a sad show. It's just me by myself. That is, I believe, Xander's Lounge. Grixis Land. Someone correct me if I'm wrong.
I'll pass.
Is this a main deck Veil of Summer format? I don't think so. All right, it's a Ponder Shuffle. By the way, of those of you watching live, those of you watching later, it's November now, 2023. What deck are you playing? What deck are you playing in November 2023?
Cycle.
Sure.
And what tier is your deck? We want to know. It's important information. Gothmog says my Infect deck has been main decking once since printing. Are you running Embiggen, and will you be testing Legolas's quick reflexes? Okay, Gothmog has already announced that's happening.
Attack. Draw. Swamp.
Yeah, Hank not making land drops, but could have good disruption in hand. Gothmog says instant 4 of on Legolas for Infect, so everybody watch out for that. When did those commander cards come out anyway? I don't even know. All right, here's a hard cast Grief off Dark Ritual. Dextro, thank you for the resub. 8 months. Wow. Force pitching Brainstorm on Grief.
And I'll pass. Yep.
All right, here's a Brainstorm for Hank. Looks like double Force in Hank's hand right now. Yeah, the lands being tapped opposite directions on John's side, I don't know what we're going to do about that. What should be the penalty for that anyway? This may be have to be another match we submit for review by the DCI. High Train Conductor Audrey is on Bant, Catherine, Beanstalk, Tempo, Tier 0. Yeah, that sounds Tier 0 to me.
Card to see it. Play a swamp. Oh,
I believe the judge term. Wow, unmasked pitching Profane Tutor, Triple Force, and Uro. Okay. I believe the judge term for lands tapped in opposite directions is a technical foul. They call it.
I guess.
Triple Force, Uro. Yeah, surgical would be funny here, wouldn't it? Uro is chosen. So Uro is in the graveyard. This is going to be interesting. I believe both players are still at 20. No, Hank should be at 19. Maybe the phone hasn't been updated yet. Hank Forrest earlier in this game. Entomb.
Because my heuristics is I always put one back. One card.
One card.
I'm like, I don't know if I can put one back.
I think Hank's at 19. Entomb. On the stack. Hank's hand is just Triple Force.
Life early on to land this counterbalance.
There's already a Grief in the graveyard and a Troll of Khazad-dûm. So if the last card in John's hand is a reanimation spell, it looks like John only has one card left. Hank could force that, potentially. Doesn't have a way to remove Troll if it gets reanimated. Do you counter Entomb here, or do you wait to counter the reanimation spell, chat? You might just have moments to respond. Entomb resolves. Gristlebrand. Gristlebrand in the yard. Already Twitch chat split on countering Entomb. All right, John just passes the turn with Gristlebrand in the yard now. The thing is, if John just reanimates Troll of Khazad-dûm, Hank's hand of just one Force of Will is not going to do much. All right, Thoughtseize on the stack. Double swords, triple. It's like a poker hand. Triple force takes a force of will.
You rolled it down?
All right, looks like Hank's gonna fire off a brainstorm here. Keeping track of life totals as best as we can on the bottom of the screen on our overlay. The phone hasn't been updated. I think I have it correct.
And Bowmaster. So if I can put the Bowmaster on top, hold it. You cast the illusionist, you equip by response. Bowmaster.
No Bowmaster in response, so Hank is a bit safe for now. John apparently doesn't have a reanimation spell, it seems, or is waiting to remove those Force of Wills.
I'll try to reanimate Gristlebrand.
Okay, Drew reanimate. Force pitching force. Reanimate is countered, it seems.
18. Cards in hand. Animated. Gristlebrand.
All right, now animated. Gristlebrand is the target.
Right. And like,
No, draw 7. And then 11. So you had a rip stealing a roll. Alright, guess done with the beats. I'll respond, I'll draw another 4. Sure.
the Sun Wizard is
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
whatever it is, yeah.
So John has managed to draw 14 before this Swords to Plowshares resolves. John will end up at 10 life.
Never brought it in all day.
Last 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Like 2 Fridays ago here, I've played 3 rounds and paid death and taxes on 3 rounds. So it's like, I actually have them. I saw some. There was a lot, yeah.
I have not played a land this turn. I'll play a swamp.
It's not an easy deck to play. No, I played it online a bit. It's just like, I don't know, they never really clicked for me. I'm not like a player, so. It's close games, yeah. I definitely hunted game 2, kind of at it. Oh,
It's here.
I surgical is dark abilities and knew there was a dog oracle in his head. Bummer.
Close game. Both teams played hard. Yeah.
Grief, pitching, control.
Okay. Evoking grief. Source of Plowshares discarded. Double dark ritual. Opposition agent Bowmaster.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Fetching in response to opposition agent. That makes sense.
Something like
Yeah, Hank might be a little bit bored. Hank's no longer having fun, chat.
Scare result?
Yeah. I'm helping.
And I'll shoot you.
Hank is hellbent.
You forced twice, it looks like. And then I.
All right, we got one side of the phone up to date. John is at 10.
Yeah, sure. And I was like,
yeah, sure.
I had a moment. I've worked in restaurants before. So I know
That's
Swamp.
reassuring.
Attack for 5.
I was 100%. I was permanent. Or not playing Jerry Curly, just rolling the water bottle.
4. I'll cast grief.
Hard casting grief. Hank taking a look at the graveyard in response. Does Hank have surgical?
Oh yeah, you walk away.
Get rid of.
Okay, Hank drew surgical for turn. This is not that exciting. But taking Troll of Khazad-dûm, it looks like.
2.
Okay, there's only 2, but Hank will take a look at the deck now. John's hand is revealed. Reanimate, unmasked, double Grave Titan, double Swamp. Ouch. Sheesh.
5, 6, 8. I guess I will. You have 3 lands? I will reanimate a
I
grief.
mean, I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah,
Wait,
you
what?
are pretty
I'm going to reanimate a grief now. So I cast this, you responded with this, and now I'm going to reanimate another grief, so I have lethal on board.
I did everything proper.
All right, so presenting lethal power on the board. And Hank needs Terminus, but doesn't find it. That is the match. Good game. Scam Reanimator looking really good at this event.